This is about defending democracy. This is no longer Democrats versus Republicans. What do you want your kids to believe in? There must be give and take.
This is White Flag with Joe Walsh.
Hey, the only people surprised by how whacked out leftist these college presidents and college administrations and college faculty are. The only people surprised by how left-wing all these people are people who are left-wing. I've known it. You've known it, right? We've known for a long time how so not diverse our college campuses are. How our colleges and universities in this country are run by people way left. The college presidents, way left. The college administrators in general, way left. Oh my God, the college faculty, professors, they're on the left. It's gotten worse over the years. It's gotten really bad over the years, but we've always known it. I've always known it. I've always talked about it. My God, when I had a radio show, back when I had a right-wing radio show 6, 7, 8 years ago, it was always a segment or two every week on how bad our colleges were, on how if you were a conservative or if you were right of center or if you were white, man, college would be a place you'd get shit on, right? So everything that's been coming out the past 2 months because of October 7th, all that we're seeing on our college campuses, the anti-Semitism openly expressed by faculty members, openly expressed by students, openly defended, ignored, or defended by college presidents. None of this is a surprise to those of us who've paid attention. People on the left, it's a surprise to them, just like, think about it. I have so many good, decent Democratic friends on the left who are surprised, really surprised these past 2 months by anti-Semitism on the left. Like in their own house, in their own family. There are people in their own family who don't like Jews. Somehow thinking they must have that only, anti-Semitism is only found on the right. Until the cows come home. The uniquely ugly, dangerous thing about anti-Semitism is that it is found on both the far right and the far left. It's always been there on the far left. People on the left, and this is not unusual, we all tend to ignore the problems in our own political homes. And our college campuses have been places dominated by the left for years. And to people on the left, thinkers on the left, writers on the left, talkers on the left, they would either deny that or no big deal. When I'd scream and rail about the lack of political, intellectual, philosophical diversity on our college campuses, people on the left would just shake their heads or laugh at me. Well, now you know. And by the way, look, this whole issue of speech on our campuses, it's never really been a problem of free speech. Again, it's been a problem of hypocrisy. It's been a problem of these colleges ignoring the free speech rights of some and favoring others. I sent out a tweet 2 days ago that gets across this point. And the tweet went like this. I said, if you marched on a college campus and chanted, all black people must die, you'd be suspended. If you marched on a college campus and chanted, all transgender people must die, you'd be suspended. But if you marched on a college campus and chanted, all Jews must die, you'd be just fine. Now, what's the point of that very provocative tweet? The point is that college campuses have favored certain groups and taken away the free speech rights of others. If you criticized people of color on college campuses, if you criticized the LGBTQ community, all hell would come down on you. But if you criticized conservatives, if you criticized Jews, no big deal. You see, that's not right. A college campus should be the one place where free speech blossoms. And this is what these colleges and these college campuses have done. They haven't applied free speech equally. And this hypocrisy is coming home to roost now. Now we're seeing it. They've made this, right? Everybody rightly says they haven't come down hard enough on all of these people who've been marching on college campuses saying, genocide to Jews. And it's made clear because if you marched on college campuses and said genocide to Black Americans, my God, you wouldn't last a day on that college campus. That's not right. That's not fair. Free speech should bloom on a college campus for everyone. And the answer, by the way, is not to protect Jewish students. You should be able to march on a college campus and say, Jews are evil. You should be able to march on a college campus and say black people or white people are evil. That's free speech. Hate speech is free speech. But everybody should be able to march and express their own hate. You need to be consistent with the Constitution. These college campuses do. They haven't been, only for certain people. So the answer isn't to restrict speech. The answer isn't to protect Jewish students. The answer is to respect everybody's free speech rights. And by the way, I'll close with this. There's a difference between hate speech, which is protected speech under our Constitution, and speech that directly calls for violence, specifically calls for violence, specifically incites violence against somebody. That speech is not protected, but hate speech is. The difference, you can say in America, Jews are evil. I think, Israel shouldn't exist. Israel should not be able to exist. You have a right to say that on a college campus. You do not have a right to say, come on, let's all kill the Jewish students on this college campus. The first is hate speech, free speech. Jews are evil. There should be no Israel. That speech is protected. Let's go kill all the Jewish students on this campus. That speech is not protected. Understand the difference. Don't restrict speech. Let everybody have free speech. I'm Joe Walsh. Hope you've had a good week. Thanks for listening. Joe Walsh, whiteflag@gmail.com. Joe Walsh, whiteflag, that's all one word, at gmail.com. Have a good weekend. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow White Flag with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been White Flag with Joe Walsh.